and thank you for tuning in to the Benchwarmers present Parks and Recreation. This is our final management presentation for our project for the spring semester of 2018. The Benchwarmer group includes Nick, Gabe, Logan, Nadir, Shelby, and Quinn, to which each and everyone contributed individually to this project. You will see our presentation very, very soon. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy our presentation. Through the Principles of Management class, we were able to learn the main goal and achieve the main goal, which was to create a foundation of understanding in the concepts of management. And through these understandings, we were able to apply this to our TV show, the reflective writing logs, and the weekly design challenges. With these design challenges, the TV show, and the reflective logs, we were able to kind of expound on our knowledge and be able to show it through a very creative outlet. In the slides that follow, we will see the characters, and then next we'll go to the episode breakdowns. I hope you guys enjoy. In the slides to follow, you'll be seeing a very brief description of some of the characters that we created for our TV show. First, we have Sonia. Sonia is our main manager of the series, and she is the director of the parks department after her mother. She's very sweet but stubborn, and she's really good with her interpersonal management skills, which is more or less relating to people. Next, we have Russ. He is our intern of the Parks and Recreation Department. He is extremely smart, very lazy. He usually causes a lot of problems for Sonia and all the other people. He's still in college, so he's using this as a college intern to boost his political career. And he kind of just thinks he's better than everybody else and doesn't think he has to do the work, so he does lack some motivation. He kind of proves to be Sonia's problem child throughout the whole entire series. Next, we have Alex. Alex is our basic disgruntled employee. He knows that he's blamed for everything, and everyone knows to blame him for everything. He really hates the color red for some reason, and he doesn't know why. And just because he's blamed for everything, he's very angry all the time. For Sonia, and Owen and Eric, he proves to be that ethical dilemma of where you draw the line between teasing and bullying. Owen is basically our comic relief. He's an all-around good guy, a great listener, and Sonia's right-hand man. He basically just proves to be what you would want in a manager, except he sometimes doesn't have the smarts to do it. Last but certainly not least, we have Eric. He's our city manager and Sonia's boss. He is a rather stoic guy. He doesn't like to talk to people too much. And he kind of lacks in those interpersonal skills that Sonia is so skilled in. However, he is very well-rounded in his conceptual skills, which is why he is able to guide and just mold Sonia into a manager that he thinks that she can be. He's always pushing his employees to be the best and always just knowing that they can be better than what they think he can be. Eric is going to be our main supporter of Sonia as she goes through these trials and tribulations throughout the course of the series. Up next is our episode breakdowns. We will be breaking down the managerial concepts in two of our episodes, actually episode 2 and episode 3, and kind of explaining how we got to those episodes through the managerial concepts that we learned in this class.
Hello, welcome to episode 2. In this episode, the main concept will be focused on managerial ethics and decision making. However, we're going to talk about standards in the workplace, ethics in the workplace. We're going to focus on how it usually starts at the top in the workplace and it trickles down. So once the manager sets the example, whether it's making good decisions, having morals, it becomes a cultural norm. Everyone would be on the same page in that environment. In contrast, it can be the exact opposite. If it's normal to lie, cheat, or steal in the workplace, everyone would just be used to it. It would create a bad working environment. It would destroy unit cohesion. In this episode, we're going to focus on making a decision using the decision-making model we learned about in the books. And you will see there will be a time where an employee will be faced with a decision in the episode below. Hello, welcome to
Episode 3 more or less focuses on planning and how to very much integrate a very good plan. With the success and growth of any organization, you need to have some type of strategy. Good managers are always able to create plans, but with those plans, they are also able to change it and be able to morph it when something happens. Or these managers also have a backup plan just in case something goes wrong, or are able to brainstorm and come up with new ideas in order to shift their ideas. In this episode, Sonia is planning for the 100th anniversary of the town of Pawnee. With every celebration, there is a celebratory race and then a parade afterwards. Sonia has to come up with a strategic plan in order to implement whatever she has to do, both in the race and in the parade. With the strategic plan, she has to come up with ideas and just how to do everything and find water, the resources, where they're going to run. And because she's the manager of the parks department, she realizes that she can just have people run to the park. However, she does meet a difficulty where she needs tents in order to have the water break stations during the marathon. However, the local tent seller in Pawnee has closed down because of bankruptcy. When she finds out that the tent place is closed, Sonia rushes back to the office and gathers her team for a brainstorming session. A brainstorming session is when a group of individuals come together in order to try and find a solution to a problem that they have. The team bounces ideas back and forth, going from let's go to another town to let's build the tents ourselves, until eventually Russ, the college intern, the sarcastic guy we were talking about earlier, gives the idea of collecting tents from the general public and having them donate them. Sonia loves that idea, finds it the most brilliant idea in the whole entire world, and decides to run with it, no pun intended. Through this, and Sonia's just flexibility throughout this whole entire process, shows one thing that managers should truly be: adaptable. If a manager is not able to adapt and grow their plan as the plan goes through, they aren't really being a good manager. If a manager has the ability to change their plan, yet have the same goal in mind, it shows how good they are at planning and planning ahead. Sonia planned ahead and knew that something would probably happen, so had her group ready to go. So that concludes our presentation of Parks and Recreation. Thank you so much for tuning in to our slideshow. We very much appreciate it. Thank you so much to listening to our rendition of Parks and Recreation, which is obviously chosen because the show is super fun and it was already set up in an office position. Again, just thank you for tuning in and thank you for listening to our presentation, and I hope you look forward to seeing our show in the future.